me to true. Da, da, da. Ah, we'll stay together, good or bad, happy or sad, yeah. Ooh. Ah, ah. Hey, gentlemen, this is a hero journey with that D. We are in them streets. They ain't got, don't have my blue, don't have my gray, don't have my black on. Just I'm in my skin. Hey, I ain't came on in a minute. I just got to successfully assisting in putting a hot water tank in. For those who know my situation, and they said, "Well, why would you put the hot water tank in?" Well, because the other one was wrong. I think probably about 7 years ago, I got someone to do a hot water tank, and the other hot water tank that came with the house was busted, right? So it's busted, so we was in need of a hot water tank. So it's in need of a hot water tank. What do? You say, "Oh Lord, what we gonna do? Hot water tank." You gonna, everything had to wear a crown of I think my wife wasn't working, but that's neither here nor there because my goal was actually to help her accomplish hers. That was actually to pass the bar, and so therefore she wasn't working. And by design, that was her focus. That was my focus. That I felt that was ours. That was the goal, to help her assist her to accomplish hers. And then, after that happened, and then I can go down on the things that I need to do now because I personally, I never stopped doing what I do. I never stopped pursuing what I was pursuing. It's just that I scaled back so I could apply some of the energy. I scaled back so I could apply some of the energy to assist my spouse in obtaining hers. I don't know if you actually, people that actually when I ain't on this situation, mean that in marriage, at the very beginning, my wife, she's out of law school, and she was hey Fatima, I can't see that, Fatima, ha. So when my wife first got out, she got out of law school. That she didn't pass the bar. Okay, that's fine. I'm doing fine for how you doing. That's fine. Neither here nor there. And because we all go through situations, I've taken several exams or license have not passed. But I come from the stock that you just don't give up. You keep on moving, and if you keep on moving, then you build up kinetic energy, and then you accomplish certain specific tasks. If you keep on moving, that's if you think it's worth moving for. Now, with that being said, my goal was to actually help her accomplish hers. And after about 17 years, 18 years, I was able to relish on the accomplishment is held for review. I was relish because she actually passed. And lots of I pulled back on. I didn't pull full steam on things that I was trying to do. And I still was doing it, but I was doing it by myself. You have to understand, sometimes when you try to assist somebody else to accomplish something that you think you both going to relish on, you pull back on things that you can apply majority of your energy to. Now, I could have been focused on my stuff head on and ignoring everything else, but my goal, now hear me people when I say this, my goal was to help her accomplish hers. I've said it about 20 years, and then I'm 18 and I actually helped her. And so I can relish on that satisfaction that I have accomplished my goal for somebody else. See, sometimes people are just concerned about what you do for yourself. Man, but it's so much reward when you do for somebody else. However, with that being said, I did assume that after I helped her accomplish hers, there is a due billing, I put money in your bank, you put money in mine. I have soon come to realize that was not always the case. Just because my motives was to assist her, I didn't know her motives was not to assist me. But that's neither here and there. Because just because you choose not to support me in what I do doesn't mean I choose to stop. Come on, somebody. Just because you determine in your mind that what I'm doing is not significant doesn't mean that I don't think it's significant. As far as I'm concerned, I've accomplished my goal with you, and that's good. So, and I was hoping that I would get quick pro and come back and help a brother out. I was hoping. Am I silly, y'all? Give me some comments. Am I silly to hope that I can get reciprocal exchange in this situation? Am I silly? Yeah, I'm silly. What was it? Silly me to think that I could ever love you. Well, you're happy. Let me leave it like that. I love you. You're just a lover. Just go. I know that I should be looking for more. What shall it be? I see. What shall it be? Oh, Lord, stop making a fool of me. All right. I forgot the rest of the key. But in any case. All right, so who this? Lincoln Ray? Hi. Thanks, Link. Thanks, Link. Ooh, 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 ooh. Silly. Ooh, ooh. Okay, that's it. All right, but in any case, sometimes I said silly, but people understand. When people are so much in Eros love and about erotica, but nobody generally goes to agape. See, agape love is the type of love is patient, love is kind. It's not the love that is it's mandatory to respond in kind. Love is not envy, is that dishonor others, not easily angered, it does not keep record of wrong. That's true love. That's true love. But a lot of people don't work in true love. They work in what they can receive. And that's still good. Does not mean you're supposed to stop loving the individual. You may not like their action, not like what they do, but it don't mean you are supposed to act in love. Because that's what God wants you to do. Now, but in any case, I was saying that it's certain things that I didn't get the reciprocal that I was desiring, but that's still good because I still learned something in this journey we call life. Like I said, this is a hero's journey, and you don't learn how to be a true hero unless you walk the journey. Now the thing is, people think the journey is pleasant. No, it's 85 degrees outside, but is the journey all that pleasant? No. But do you learn from the journey? Yes. If you choose to take lessons. If you choose to observe your surroundings and the step that you make and how you treat people and what do, you will learn something invaluable. But people are so busy. People are so busy living in their rage of discontent, holding unforgiveness against the person that didn't do you right. Get over it. They didn't do Jesus right. But are you going to be bitter forever? Good grief. Get over it. Are you going to be bitter forever? You can't be bitter forever. Bitter forever, you'll cause cancer. I mean, it's going to be build up your system, and you're going to jack yourself up. For real, y'all. You're going to jack yourself up. And people thinking that because the person did them wrong, right? I'll never forgive them. They did me wrong. They should have did. No. And then this is what gets me. That's common sense. How's common sense? Did they live in the house you grew up in? Did they eat at the counter? What's up? How is it common sense? How's everything so common if a person didn't live where you lived? If they didn't eat where you lived, they don't got the same mama. So, so it's the people stop assuming that it's common sense, everybody, you know. So, okay, but all this started because I just got to put the water tank in. I think I helped, I assisted. It was needed because, no, it's about 3, 4 days. No, we still have water, the hot water. But I'm from the old school. I grew up with hot water went off. You know what you did? You put that in that pot, put it on the stove. Sometimes you have a stove, you have to put it on a hot plate. Go figure, right? And then you wash out that thing. But you know, I'm not. I was never raised up privileged in amenities, but I was privileged in love because my parents loved me and they did what they could with what they had. And I was appreciative, and I did not take things for granted. I did. So when you don't take things for granted, you can appreciate the little things. The little things are really the big things. The little things are really big things. Now, I was putting a hot water tank. Yeah, I was helping. Now, and so it's complete. You know, I helped out with the pavement of the water tank, and then I surveyed the land to find the correct water tank. Check this out, y'all. My wife's like looked around. She gave me a pricing, $2,000 to $3,000. What? No. She called it probably the number one plumber in town that has regional office. That's probably what she did. That's cool. She said it's $2,000, $3,000, and are you gonna split this or you want me to do it by myself? I said, oh, I guess the current things I gotta do right now. However, let me take let me find some quotes. Had the individual came out to the house, and one of the big boys. They got regional office, got offices in Virginia, I think, and different areas, Richmond, DC, whatever, and they got offices everywhere. And they came out. These jokers said, you know, they said no, but they said no. I want to say, and this is common because the partner who's a certified plumber came and told me. He said it's about $2,000. That's low. But when the person came out, wait for y'all. They said if you find a hot water tank, meaning if I go to Lowe's somewhere else, and furnish it to them, they would actually put it in for a small price of $2,100. But that was common. That's common. So you know that's not my area. That's common. And that's it. How much would it be if you furnished a water tank? Oh, $5,000. I said, thank you. So can you give me that quote? Yeah. So they sent me the quote, right? They sent me the quote, and 5G. So my wife, she was like, well, I found $3,000. Okay. So if I wasn't there, she would have went with it because you don't have to think about it. You know, just go ahead. If you got the money, you kick it out. But you know why? So I went and surveyed the land. I went to every Lowe's in town and every Lowe's and Home Depot to try to see if I could find the direct and water heater. Because the truth of the matter is that 8 years ago I put the wrong one in. Unbeknownst to me, that was the wrong one. Why? I didn't know better because it worked. It been working for 7, 8 years. No problem. The gas guy came and told us, well, you know, that's a hazard. Didn't know. And also, if we would get it inspected, it probably wouldn't pass inspection. Didn't know that either. But now you know, right? That's good. Because we have to refinance the house. Better get it done now than later. There's a mutual interest here. And besides, the kids in the house want to save on hot water. And I don't want anything to happen as a chance, like a gas leak or something. You don't want that to happen. That wouldn't be good. But in any case, we got it modified. And what happened today, I went to my son's track meet, and half the day there, wife called me, so I went down and said he's not going to be there because he's going to be at the house. Nobody's going to be at the house. So, oh, man. So I went to the house and he said, I'm glad you're here because I actually helped them put it up. helped to put it in. It would have been harder for him to put it in if I wasn't there. And so when he gave me a good price, and he gave me a good price because I got a relationship. People don't understand the value of relationship. My wife probably got him before for reference, but when I get him, I talk. I know him. He's a friend of mine. Relationship over 20 years. So a lot of times people do a whole bunch of all this other stuff, and they don't put a whole bunch of emphasis in building rapport. Building rapport. And rapport is very valuable. Rapport is very valuable. And I appreciate relationship. I really do. So you put it in, we got the thing in, so everything is straight. Everything is straight now. Kicked out some money. I was expecting kick out, but we got that old water. We got that old water tank. That's still good. No, first thing I put that thing on Facebook Marketplace, and my wife pulled up and said, "Listen, do not throw this away." I need hit a couple weeks. I'm trying to get about 200 for it. I won't throw it away. It works. I'm gonna throw away something that works, right? Well, I came on. Okay, this is a hero's journey. This is a hero's rant. I'm just pretty much talking about doing right. No, like I got some stuff that's happening, that's going on with me. And for those who don't know what's going on, but I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like what I'm going through, but still, it's always right to do right. Do unto others as you want to do unto you. Now, that says easy? Nope. Can you become vindictive? Yes, easily. Can you say, well, you take care of it? Yep, you can do that too. You say, oh, you big baller, you got it, right? Yeah, you can say all that stuff. But I promise you, you reap what you sow, and it all comes out in the wash. I believe that. I believe that. And so I try to do right. And then God showed me, said, listen, irregardless of what you're going through, you still going. But what do you get through? If you stop and you reflect on what you don't have, you lose sight of what are you obtaining, what are you getting in the journey. That's why I'm programmed as a hero's journey. Now everybody want to be here, but nobody wants the journey. Everybody wants a prize, but nobody wants the process. Everybody want to win the race, but they don't really want to run. Everybody want to touch down, but they want to catch the ball. Yeah. Can you win the race, y'all? Can you walk it with your head held high, with integrity and character? No great man told me that the characters, the hieroglyphics are what you consider characters as far as a hand script. And in order to make a character, something is carved out of you. Something is carved out. It's an impression. So how life and God uses life to bring the character out of you, it carves out the imperfections. And with every carving, there's a little pain. But with every carving, there's an impression. So when carve you out, you see the impression of Christ. But there's a hard pill. Can you swallow it? Can you dig it? And if you find any value in this content, this is a hero's rant. And I'm in them streets with Dr. D. This is in them streets segment with Dr. D. And I'm doing hero's rant. And if you find any value in this content, how about you help you so we can help others out by clicking subscribe and commenting and sharing. Put the comments in the section, I will respond. And check out, I think I'll probably start back doing my lives on Wednesday if things kind of settle down. Probably next week or two. But I will be putting more comments. Yeah, I will be putting more video. I got a couple segments that I'll be putting out some reaction videos. I had a couple of reaction videos people sent to me. And so I'm looking at the video to react to the video of good content. And I need to do some meditation and some other topics that I'm gonna put out. And then I should, yeah, I'll try to set set up some one-on-one interviews. So it's gonna get big and better, y'all. Yeah. It always it's darker before it's always darker before the sun comes out. But can you weather the night to get to the daylight? Can you see the daylight? All right. If you find any value in this content, also you need a little bit more, I'm emotional healing coach. I'm a counselor, therapist. Check me out on heroseeks.org. You will set up an appointment, get your free 15 minutes, and then we see what we can do for you going further. This is a Hero Journey with Dr. D. If you don't remember anything else, remember every day you get a vertical, make it your golden life to always move forward. Why? Because life is just too short to live. Look in the rearview mirror. This is a Hero Journey with Dr. D, and we are out.